Welcome back to the Opinion 2.0 Season 2.
Yo.
Yes, bro.
Nah.
Season 2, me bro. Kijk, wait, hold on, pause.
What's up?
Before we introduce the guest, no, I want to say, it's been kak long.
It's been push long.
You know?
It's been
My bro.
even now it's been long.
Kijk, you know, listen, we've had some technical difficulties now. Because someone's laptop decided to take gat. So, before we get carried away with the introduction, my name is Miki. To the left is my co-host, Yaas. We have a very special guest with us today. Digital content creator. Award-winning! You know what I mean? Award. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greeting proper before I become the person that I am.
Before Shaitan
So,
comes out.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
Sinja, before the
You have to.
Capetonian comes out, basically.
You know?
So, for the people at home, who are you?
Well, I'm Yaya Fredericks. I mean, if anybody wants to know, I'm just that regular colored brother from YNBURG.
Sinja, vibes, right?
Yeah.
So now, for the people at home, Sinja, this is a starstruck moment for me because I've been digesting this man's content for the longest time, Sinja. And yes, it's been TikTok. I know you don't like to be called a TikToker, Sinja.
I
so,
hate it,
you
man,
know.
bro.
So we'll unpack that.
Yeah,
Sinja.
we'll get into that shortly.
But,
Yeah.
I feel like when you take on social media, you tend to not think what you're doing for the most part until you actually just decide to be authentic, right? So I found you on TikTok, but it's clear that you're not just a TikToker.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Like, how did you get into TikTok? How did you get into social media? Because spending the last hour talking back to you, you're the same person you are on content
Yeah,
creation.
I'm the
versus.
exact same.
So-
Look here, TikTok specifically, how I got into it. Okay, my mochi, you know the 21 days of lockdown?
Yeah.
And now I chose to be locked up with my mochi for the 21 days.
Yes.
So she was doing this dance kak on TikTok, you know, it's like all the trends that was coming out, hand in front. I could never do that dance because I can't remember. I don't know, can any of you do that kak?
Oh, that was that Macarena line.
Huh?
What's
Yeah,
the
like Macarena, whatever they were doing, touch your head,
Yeah,
swirl
yeah.
down like this.
Nah,
I could never do that kak, but then you know what, I tried to, okay, I'm gonna do this with you now, no? But come and make it funny, man.
Yeah.
Nah, and then she's stressed. It's not supposed to be like that. So I told her, you know what, no? I'm gonna start my own TikTok account
Sinja.
and I'm just gonna take push.
Okay.
And that's how I got
And
into
then
it.
and you became you
And
now.
then you
yeah.
blew up,
Sinja.
Sinja.
Yeah.
So how long have you been on TikTok now?
Sure, when did lockdown happen? 3 years ago?
So it's 3 years.
3 years,
3 years now. But I've been taking push on Facebook, push, you know? You don't need to show your
Oh,
face.
Facebook. OG
Yeah.
lady,
Yeah,
you know?
Sinja.
Facebook, I cancelled Facebook, 3-4 years ago already?
Nah, Facebook is the... It's still, kijk, like once you watch TikTok now, no? You know, you have to watch what you say and the people's also sensitive.
The
If you go to
censoring.
Facebook, nah, the men's is nice.
Uncensored.
They don't give a pussy.
You know, like I think now with Facebook, like Facebook's like the first OG social media platform where you could to a certain extent be yourself, man.
Yeah.
TikTok came with a whole new amount of rules, but the difference is with TikTok, because of the society that we live in today, Sinja, everything is shorter, man.
Yeah.
Like we had an episode last season about ADHD and how there's the short content, Sinja. The reason why TikTok is so popular is because we all have short attention spans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinja.
Yeah, but
Caters
look
to
here,
society for
like
that.
I was actually speaking to someone the other day about it now because everything is becoming shorter.
Yeah.
And just check like back in the day, music used to be
But
5-6
you
minutes
same
long.
thing.
Yo,
I
man,
said the exact
kijk, I
same
can
thing.
listen to a brasse whole mixtape now in 15 minutes. It was
Yes.
never like that, Sinjai.
Yes.
So maybe just check the videos that we're watching are shorter. I can't watch series anymore because it's too long for me.
Yeah, no?
Sinjai. So I mean, at the end of the day, shorter things are going to be better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Small Peel Club.
Yeah. Nah, 100%. You know, back in the day, they used to say like the longer the better, Sinja.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, but I didn't. But now, look, I agree with you. I think if I look back, Sinja, like with the music thing, it's something we spoke about actually. Like, I was telling him back in the day, Sinja, maybe like 3 years ago, Psytrance was like the shit. You know, you get a 7-minute song of just lekker, man. 7 different breaks. Now, people like Ranji, who I highly respect, is dropping 3-minute songs, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you really enjoy that type of music in short form?
Maybe then if you think of it, no? Everything getting shorter now, no?
Yeah.
How's it going to affect the children?
Sinja.
How's the attention span going to be?
Maybe
Sinjai?
that's exactly
We
where
actually
that
spoke, like,
conversation
literally
went
one
to,
of our episodes on season 1, we spoke about ADHD and how the psyop around social media pushes this narrative that we need to shorten everything because, I mean, look at how school's going now.
Yeah.
I mean, back in my day, we had to be at school till 3:30, me, bro.
Yeah.
Now the means they come out 1 o'clock in the week, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro. Some schools come out.
I don't take note of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I
You
lost.
don't need to.
I only
I don't need to see
No,
that.
I do because my sister-in-law is in high school, Sinjai. So I'm like, okay, nah, I'm full of that. But like, that's actually mad. So you didn't plan to blow up on TikTok. You just made a decision and then it happened.
Yeah, it's like basically, okay, I think my first viral video, there was a skin and she made this thing where she said, yo, it's a beautiful day to catch on kak. And then I was just walking in town one day and I was just like, I'm not good. It's a mooi day. And I'm just like, yo, it's a beautiful day. But that, bear in mind, this is the time when the some PlayStation or something came out, the rumor of the PlayStation 5.
Yes.
No? And then I'm like, okay, who's all gonna pump Omas now to get that PlayStation? Then I was just like, it's a beautiful day to pump someone's Oma.
Yes.
Then I posted, and that was like my first.
Secured, bruh. You must secure
You must
somehow.
secure the bags. Omas need love too.
You know what I mean? Hashtag. We're gonna put that link in the bio for the Omas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, okay, now so tell us about like your upbringing. Like, where did you go to school? What area did you live in? Have you always been a South guy, Sinjay? Do you fulfill that South, what you call it, starter pack?
Yeah.
Do you have a polo at one point?
Nee.
Okay.
I had a Golf Mark 1 though.
Okay, nee.
Canary yellow Ferrari. Kijk, jy had dat Ferrari rims on. The rims costed more than the car.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, kijk, my whole life I've been from Wynburg.
Okay.
The south. I mean, there was a time when we moved out of Wynburg, then I moved to Schaapkraal.
Okay.
Which is weird for me.
Further
CJ.
south.
Further south, yeah. Farmland. Kijk,
Farmland.
if you compare Wynburg to Schaapkraal, okay, Schaapkraal is a bit more modernized now, but that time, bro, there was no roads, bro. Like,
Gravel.
that time it's gravel.
Yeah,
when it rains, you must put on hiker shoes and kaks,
Yeah.
So, it was a big change for me.
Yeah.
Because I loved Wynburg. I still love Wynburg till today, Sinjay. Still my area, regardless of the drugs and what evil kak is going on.
That's the thing.
It's home, yeah, Sinjay.
Oh, yeah.
So, moving to Schaapkraal, that was always a punishment for me if I don't listen. My own Matan is like, we're going to send you to the farm now.
Oh.
Now, I'm living here now, Sinjay, so why am I being punished?
Gonna send you deeper into the farm,
Yeah.
Sinjay.
It's like, okay, now this is now where you reside. But I went to, all my schools was in Wynburg. I went to a Mohammedia primary.
Okay.
Very nice. I learned everything about my religion from that school.
Yes.
Sinjay. And then it got tipped on its head when I went to Witteboom.
Oh.
Because then, kijk, it's like, a certain type of people.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're young, so you're not used to. Kijk, then those people, maybe it's like Rondebosch, Lansdowne, all of those Muslim people.
Exposed to all these different kak.
Yeah, Sinjay. So for you to be like exposed to like people using drugs and kak, it's like, okay, that is weird.
Yeah.
But now you come to Witteboom,
It's all around
there's men
you.
from different areas, all around with different problems and stuff. So that was a moerse change for me,
Okay.
Sinjay. So, but I mean, it made, for me, it made me like enjoy life more.
Okay.
Because then I didn't fit in really with the Muslim people, Sinjay. But now when I saw the other people, then we were a group of brasse that actually came together from Wynburg. And all our parents knew Maka, and a lot of us come from single parents actually, so we were all living with our mothers.
Okay.
And then we could click. I mean, till today we still like tight. Sinjay.
Okay. So you're a Wynburg man, Scott.
Yeah, through
South
and through,
man.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Highlight Anisas all the way.
Nah, fuck, that's actually wild. So like, you got married recently, Sinjay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that
How
now.
recent is recently?
I
By the
think
way?
7 months now. I'm 7 months.
Oh wow!
married.
Shout
So
out,
it's
Zarina.
hella fresh.
My wife,
Sinjay.
Fark. Yeah, I'm joking, the baby. Don't move me.
You must not go home, bro.
Yeah, nah, don't worry, we're gonna get the phone call later. Owens.
Janaza notice.
Kijk hier, on your podcast episode, just put in the rest in peace, Yasien. In memory of.
Inna lillahi. One time.
With a disclaimer.
Yeah.
In memory of.
One time. So how's that been? How's marriage life been like from the gatvat perspective, but also to like, the more gooey perspective, like how do you feel
He's
about
not really
marriage?
married, man. 7 months
Yeah, I
is
think-
we're still
Nah,
dating.
but still, you must know, man. You must know that. That's supposed when the skeletons don't come out yet.
Yeah, that's still
But-
dating phase.
Like for me again, like me and Zarina, we've been so close, like
Wow.
through our whole relationship, no?
Yes.
So I mean, it's no secret we've been living together before we were married even.
Okay.
So, I mean, for us to be married, no, it's still a bit of a shock to me. Like sometimes, like, kijk, I went to Kakna once. She was having like an asthma attack, so I took her to hospital.
Yeah.
And then the nurse asked me, so how are you related? So I said, nah, it's my girlfriend. Kijk, she was having an asthma attack in the middle of an asthma attack. She's like, I'm your wife.
Yeah, 100%.
She have the awesome for that.
Ja, kijk eens, she vang met awesome go. As jy dat dan net soene sien jy.
You know?
But I mean, it's been lekker. I mean, it's just you see more blessing and stuff now that you're married.
Yes.
My bro, I don't even like climbing with my brasse anymore. I was like, she's my bra. If I want to skin her, I can't wait to get to her.
Give it a year or two.
Yeah, we
That's
don't want to
gonna
be.
change,
We
man.
don't want to be the
I'm telling
prophets.
you,
It's gonna
bro.
change.
Nah, we don't want to
It's
be the
gonna
prophets of
change.
doom, Sinjay.
I'm not trying to be bad luck or anything like
Yeah.
that, but fair enough. Now it's like she's the first person you want to speak to about anything or whatever the case may be and whatever. But
Yes.
after 2-3 years, maybe it's like, yo, Kiki, you must line a bit also, man.
You
I need a bit of time here, like,
Nah, like I
yo.
feel like that now already.
Now, kijk,
Like-
you know, talking about that, like I know I got married in the heart of lockdown, Sinjay. So
Yeah.
I'm 3 years married now. 2 lighties, we're out here. Shout out to all my girls.
Doing your thing.
You know,
Yeah.
doing the thing. You know, I shoot, I
Alhamdulillah.
don't
Big
miss.
daddy thing.
You know, I shoot, I don't miss, bro. That's why I wanted pat with my team the other day at work or so. I shoot, I get everything in the holes. One time. Straight away. I shoot, I don't miss. Only one.
All in one.
Time twice. So like we got married in the heart of lockdown. So
Yeah.
like what you have now is Harina's what we also had in the beginning.
Hmm.
But it's also like a lockdown kind of enforced that on us, man.
Yeah.
Because like now we were together all the time, and then after a few years, like now by year 3, I'm starting to realize that it's important. My wife is my first go-to for everything. Like,
Yeah.
if something quiet happens, I'm not gonna phone. Yeah, Sin first, Sinjay. I'm gonna tell my
Unless you're
mochi.
already on the phone with me.
Sinjay, if I'm on the phone with him and something mal
Yeah.
happen, I'll be like, "Are you just?" And I'll be like, "Babe." Then I'll call my wife in. Mute go. This happened now. And I'll be like, "But I'll talk to you after work about it." Listen, me, bro, kykie. But like, I think when it comes to big major things, like say, for example, I'm gonna get increase at work or something like
Yeah.
that, or something happens in the sense of like, okay, maybe one of my TikToks went viral.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my mochi first because she's like my go-to, my best friend. But then you start realizing you also need to be out and about so you can give your mochi opportunity to miss you.
Yeah.
Because when they miss you, you tend to kind of reignite that fun part of the relationship, so to say. So I think that's quiet. But like, yo, bruh, like marriage is fun, man. So
Yeah.
like, besides the hard fight part, like from the serious side of things, like where do you see yourself with your mochi? Like, do you want to stay in YNBURG? Like, do you want to start a business? Like, what do you smack to do besides content creation?
Yeah, like Kiki, we speak a lot about this because she's maybe not the person to think about stuff like that, no? But I would sit with her and I tell her, Kiki, we need to think, no? Because you want to stop working one day. I don't also want you to work forever.
Yes.
So I need to start a business eventually. That's my end goal, Sinjay. And then maybe I plan to stay. I'm gonna die in Wyndburg, bro. I circle so long to get
Custodian.
back there. I'm gonna stay in Wyndburg forever.
You went through your punishment.
I'm gonna become
already,
the warden. What you call that? The ward councillor of
ward
Wyndburg.
councillor.
Sinjay, shout out for me, ANC. Here we
You know
go.
Yo,
So-
that's bad.
Yeah, Kiki, so I mean, like, start a business, obviously, staying in Wyndburg, just getting me a house now. That would be the next step. And then maybe having a lighty. I don't know, Sinjay.
I was gonna say, now you don't have any children.
Nah, not yet. Not that I know
Not
of.
yet.
There might be some from like 10 years ago. I
Might
don't
be,
know.
yeah.
Sinjay.
If you're looking for your daddy, he's sitting right here.
If you have a nose like this, no, I'm not your fucking father.
Yeah, no, that's bad. Actually, Sinjay, like when it comes to social media again, like just to go back to that, right?
Yeah.
So you never intended to become a content creator and win that fabulous award. Show the people your award, there, man, Sinjay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was one that I didn't expect. I was so Kiki, I didn't expect to win this. Now that when they called up this category,
You
the
had no
Stich Award.
speech.
My bro, I had no speech. Sinjay. Like,
You were just there for the us.
yeah, I was
I
just
must
there.
just say
Kiki.
thank you, everyone. Thank you, DSTV.
Yeah, like Kiki, and I'm sitting next to Zarina, no? And then I don't know if you've
I saw the TikTok, yeah.
Yeah,
she,
and then
she filmed
you know
it.
that content creator Wong Lee.
Yes,
No?
yes.
Wong Lee was sitting with us,
Ah.
and then Donovan Goliath was sitting behind us.
Okay.
So Donovan won. He went up, and then just as he came back, then they announced my award. Then I'm telling Zarina, Kiki, what if I say this? And Zarina's also like other poo sometimes. And then I'm telling her, Kiki, what if I do win? No? And then can I say this? Zarina look at me, she's like, don't say that. And I'm like, okay, now can I say this? Don't say that. And then I'm like, no, what the?
Now what must you say?
What
yeah,
do I say? Like,
Sinjay. So and then now we're lumming, and then when you saw in the video,
yes.
no, they say, and the winner is, Zarina say, because my bro, I was with like Ernst, like a proper content creators,
Like
at
blue check
skits.
means, blue tick
Yeah, like
mense,
skits and
yeah.
Toefkijk and that, no, we were in that category.
Yes, het Toefkijk
And then we all thought skits was gonna win.
Yes.
My bro, then the YASIEN treaties, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I need to go give a speech.
You know?
So,
How did you mag feel that time?
my bro. Kijk, and I have social anxiety. No? And then I came, kijk, plus when I came up on stage, no, it's like, now you look. Now the means always say, don't look at the crowd, no? But now, as I come up, the mic is in the center. I was sitting on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, Nadia and Xavier, they were sitting there.
Yes.
Then as I come up, I take the award. I just thought, okay, now let me just do this to the mic. Just to like, you know. And then as I look up, I look to the side, Xavier's like this. I'm like, shout out, thanks, bye.
Yo, bro, I was actually saying to my mochi, like, so when I told her we're gonna have you on the podcast, she was like, "That's mad. He's famous." I'm like, I'm sure he's the same. I mean, like, I also know that, like, I was saying to Yusra, like, I know your wife is because I went to school with Zarina, right? So shout out Zarina. So I was like, it makes sense why you're so mad at me, because your personalities are completely opposite, but she also can't take cut, man.
Yeah.
Sinjay. So I was telling my wife, like, the thing is, I'm not gonna treat this bro like he's famous, and because they don't like that. Content creators don't like to be treated like they are this, you know.
Now sometimes you do get.
There are a few of them.
Yeah.
They smack that ego, that feed.
But I think like that's more. I don't want to say that's more contextual. It's more matrix thinking, if you will, man. Because majority of people that are actually in that category, like you, is lekker. Like, we've been talking now for solid, what time did you get to 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's
He
2
was
hours.
back
Since
he was
12
on time.
I was on time. We had technical difficulties. Opinion 2.0 was in the mud, Owens.
Yeah.
And we were talking for a solid 2 hours, and I was like, nah, he's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to how you feel about social media, like, do you see yourself pursuing this as a career, or is it just gatvat, strictly?
Kijk, now that's the thing. You know, after I won this award, no, I was very confused. Like, I was doing this just to have fun, and you know, okay, now that people reach out to me and they tell me, nah, kijk, like when they have a kak day, there was actually someone that was in hospital, and they're saying, nah, kijk, what kept them going is watching my videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So then it was for that. Now I won this award. And now everybody's telling me, now I need to start making kroon. Now I need to start. Then I'm like, I was confused. Kijk, I don't know if you noticed on my content for Taichi, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just posting random kaks. Because then it's like, what am I doing with this? Yes. I still don't know where I want to go with it. But I mean,
but you're still enjoying what you're doing now at the moment.
The main thing is like, I want to enjoy it. So I don't want to add anything to
like,
it.
I'm not going to lie now. I'm not a social media person, like at all. Ask this man. He had to literally keep my arm behind, twist my arm physically.
I made this man buy a new phone, bro.
To actually
to make content
doing.
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro. Because I wouldn't have. I actually wouldn't have. And so I only came onto your stuff recently. And every time it's like, I laugh because it's like, you're not doing it for mensen to watch you. You're just doing it because you find it funny. It's like, it is funny, and that makes it more funny is because you can see the intention is not for means it's gonna like this. It's not about that.
You're
it's
not
just about the fact that
man,
like I saw that the one, I don't know if it was on TikTok or what did I saw about the plumber cleaning out the dinges.
Oh yeah, that was on Instagram.
You are laughing klaar, but it goes like it does look like a klomsaak.
It does. Kijk, plus, you know, there was an article about it at Stellenbosch University, no?
Is it?
Yeah, they put up signs, no scumbling in the toilets.
Yeah, no, I read about
it. Clogged the drains.
Clogged up the drains in the showers, Nah, no,
and my one bruh, he's a plumber. And after I posted that video, he actually reached out and said, my bro, you must come to the kak, like, it's a real bro.
Yo, that's swag.
Shout out plumbers,
Shout out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're making you here.
Do you have anything you want to ask?
Nah. You know, that's the thing. Like I was saying now, like, I don't know much about the Oi, other than what I now learned.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what makes it better for me is the fact that because I don't know you as this content creator, I just see you as a normal bra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't see you as award-winning, what. Fair enough, yeah, you do have that behind your name, but when I met you here today, it's just like, it's just a bra that's sticking out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's how I treat, everybody, but it's like, it made it easier because I wasn't familiar with all your stuff.
Okay,
you know
I didn't want to sit here, Sinjay. I wanted to sit there, Sinjay. It could be Y2M, Sinjay. But
he's still Y2, bro.
It's still Y. I'm in a YASIEN sandwich here, Sinjay.
YASIEN squid.
Like we said earlier, bro, sometimes it's better to be in the middle.
I mean, everybody loves the Oreo filling. You know what I mean?
You know? Right? Y'all are darker than me. Okay, so like, I want to ask you a serious question, man.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon?
Dragon Ball Z all the way.
100%. So were you a Tazo, bro?
I was a Tazo, my bro, fully. Kijk, plus that time when Tazos come out, like my Tani and my old Kroon. Like that was the good stretch of our life. Like I could randomly just go to the shop every time and it's like, mommy, buy me packet of chips. Yeah, and then like, but you still have 10 packets. Like, mommy, buy me packet of chips.
That's not for the chips.
I always wanted that Vegeta Tazo. Like, the one that changed into Super Saiyan, the blue one.
What was that? The steely one.
Yes.
That was my favorite.
I still have you know the Pringle container?
Yeah.
The Pringles. I have one full Tazos.
Tazos.
Klomp Tazos.
Kijk, you must keep it. Might be worth Kroon someday. No?
Maybe, you never know. And you get the 3D one that changed. So
yes, the hologram one.
Yeah, yo. I have a moose.
Kijk, but okay, I don't know like, if you were still on school, were you on school? You in Tazos was out.
Yes, the thing is this, my sister is your
I was
age.
still in the womb.
Yeah.
My sister is your age, so like she's 30 plus, man. So obviously anything that she would like, digest, because I was now a younger brother, and I have another sister that's a little bit older than me, we'd always digest whatever Fagan was now by my car with Sinja. So like, I'm talking about like Linkin Park music era, Sinja, Tazos, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that kak she would digest. And
Yu-Gi-Oh was a quiet phase, nogals, no? Like when it was.
Bro, I had that fucking thing. What's that thing that you put in your arms?
Oh, you had the old dick thing.
Wait, pause. There's mense on TikTok that actually have battles like that still.
Yes.
Like, for real?
Brother,
Like with the thing on the arm?
Yes,
like a pull in the push.
They co-host Sinja. So now instead of doing a battle Sinja like that, like the TikTok battles, they do that. Like they co-host like that.
Seriously?
That's
just, but okay, I won't put the thing on my arm because
mense at my school, brother, they had their cards and whatever. It's like, there's a tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
Then they go and they tovel the...
Yeah, but say them on mine.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Nah, kijk, I used to go like a few times. I used to also be into that. I used to go to the card stuff, sien jy, but then I kom niet, those means it's too ernstig, man. I can't last year, sien jy.
I will stand a chance.
Yeah, it's like, fuck this, bro.
Yo, like I look back now and it's like, me, bro, like, the kak we used to do when we were younger don't exist anymore, man. Like, we're from different generations now, but like our generations kind of overlapped, man.
Yes.
Because I was in that generation where social media was coming up. Like I'm talking MySpace and Facebook and mix it. But I was also in the WhatsApp era, Sinjay. But I was also in the pre-social media era where I used to play soccer in the road and play with Tazos and kak like that. But you both grew up. Sinjay, you grew up with that.
Here's my thing for you now. Kijk, how kak wasn't it to communicate with your brasse back in the day on high school?
Oh, my bro, on a house phone. Still on a house phone. You must phone on a house phone.
But even then, like for us again, some of us, we didn't have house phones. So, like there in WYNBURG, you see the behind Watteboom, no?
Yes.
The central meeting spot is behind Watteboom. There by the shop that's
yes.
You will always see, like back in the day, there used to be men alarming by that shop.
They're waiting for the other brat to still stick it before they're gonna go somewhere.
So if you stick out in the morning, no? Like, okay, because we all used to smoke like boom in that back then. Like you walk, we had a thing, man. We used to say, nah, I'm gonna walk like to the shop now in the morning, and I'm gonna smoke my matchstick. It's because you're one bladed cheese just for you.
It was just for you.
Then you come there and you stand opposite by the shop because we smoke by the shop. The boys and take you for a puss. You lam, you smoke your pulle chikla. The two of your brasse come. Then you can fang richting for the day. Where you gonna be? Okay, 1 o'clock I'm gonna get you by that park. Just let you not be that puppy by the park. 1 o'clock, you in your puss.
Straight away.
You in your puss.
Because there's no phone to what's
yeah.
Because I mean, like when I was growing up, we went from when polyphonic ringtones and the color screens first started coming out, and then touch screen started coming out and whatever. You grew up with touch screen in your hand?
Nah, I didn't actually. I grew up. My first phone was an LG Chatterbox, a 360 Chatterbox.
That's a color screen.
Yeah, but it wasn't a touch screen.
But still.
That was my first phone, and I had a flip phone at one point. Since one of those Motorola's, that blue ones.
No.
One of those.
Kijk, now for an old brother like me, like when I saw that touchscreen, and my first thing is, can I touch it with my pill? Like, what will happen if I
does it register?
Does it pick up as a finger weight?
Yeah, but it does, must not.
I've actually never tried it. I've never tried it, surprisingly.
I was actually going to ask, why do you know that, Sinjay? Yeah, all the dockets come out.
Nah, it's a question, bruh. It's a question. I haven't tried it either. That's why I'm now finding out.
I mean, with the newer phones we have now, the sensitivity could work, right?
Yeah.
It could work, because our phones have it.
Yeah.
And it have it, what you call it, an hover feature with a stylus pen, Sinjay.
Yeah, like, it's full on, like, keep it from a distance.
Facts. Do you have any questions first? Because you said you had a few things you wanted to ask us.
Yeah, that's also true, yeah.
Because this was the opinion. So share some opinions there.
Now look here, I like to ask the weirdest questions that make people feel uncomfortable, no? Because I'm not uncomfortable.
This is a safe space, bro.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Social Anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, now look here, now this is like you see different generations, no? Has one of your parents ever caught you sticking a skommel yet?
Nah.
No.
I'll not.
Or have you ever thought that they suspected you like skommeling?
Highly likely, bruh. Of course, I mean,
Kaigi.
Highly likely.
I mean, you don't take long in the bathroom just to take long in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
But is it only the bathroom that you were busy?
I mean, when you know, I mean,
the money short circuit.
Hi, my name is Yaya Fredericks, and this is quite places they get skommeling Cape Town.
You know, so I can answer that like with no grin, with no awkwardness. My parents, so I grew up in a 2-parent household, right, Sinjay? So my parents were more upset with me that I was smoking than I was skommeling.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sinjay. So they caught me a few times, because I had a double bunk, man, Then I would put a blanket in the one top bunk to close off, some front. So when they open the door and they see that thing, then okay, nah, he's probably busy. Probably busy,
Nah, yeah, I was
You had it in
a
the
rough day.
blanket.
I had a skummel curtain.
Don't enter my skummel fortress. Told you, mom.
I'm the king here. Yes,
You tuck it in the top and you tuck it under your mattress at the
King
bottom.
skummelaar.
Whole fort number, so skummel fort. I must actually.
The thing is, it was also like I also had it out, but it was me and my brother, man. So it was a bit swab because the whole double bunk's gonna skit.
Yeah, yeah, like that's the thing. Like I know this group of brothers, no? They're like four brothers, and they're all like in the same room together. And then I just randomly asked them so every now and then, now how do you skummel, bro? Like you so all in the same room.
Audience
And
all
then
time.
the one was saying, nah, I just like turn so over. I said, okay, so you don't enjoy your skummel actually, so you just do it because like
to get it out.
yeah.
Talking about that, let's talk about post-nut clarity, man. Post-nut
That is
clarity.
Nah, it's a real thing. No?
So it's actually a thing,
real thing.
CJ. It's actually a thing, bro.
I mean, coming from, I wouldn't say we were like poor, but we wouldn't like most means like they're stable and stuff. It's like, if I'm gonna do something now, like take a gun out or something, it's like, yo, that's gonna affect my pocket, maybe. So, but I mean, you push yourself because you have this thing in your head that I need to. The skin and
Which
all
head?
this and yeah, both heads. That's actually what, because now this is puberty syndrome, and now you're like, oh, nah, I need to take the skin out and maybe
It's
I
gonna
get
slat your sack, but
bracelet.
you're gonna do it.
yeah, nah, take a skummel. Nah, you don't want to take the skin out anymore, fucker. Phone, you know what you doing bro? On the computer, bro.
Shout out Junaid.
Yeah, shout out Freddy. Fucking
Yeah. Nah, look, I was telling my wife one morning, Sinja, you know how important it is for me to have post-natality when I'm going into the world, man.
yeah,
Because I don't like being outside, man. Sinja, like since COVID, man, so I was very like anxious about being outside because what if some random night just come and speak on you? Okay, maybe you don't get cold, but you get a cold. And that was a nuisance, man, to have all that snot. So then I always say, right, if I pass a nut, Sinja, then I'll be able to decide how to plan my route to avoid certain contact with people, Sinja. And there was a point in time where people started to notice me because of my TikTok before my first account got banned. So I was like, yo, this was a mistake, Sinjay. I shouldn't have gone on social media. So that post-natality allows me, Sinjay, to plan my routes effectively and plan my week, Sinjay. But I don't think people actually understand the importance of post-natality.
no, they
Like,
don't.
Quick
Like-
question.
Yes.
Marfa, quick question. Where the fuck are you walking when mensen speaking in your vriend?
Nah,
Like, what the fuck, man?
where I love now the piggies are like that.
Yeah,
Like, give me a wandering uncle. I don't have... Push.
Yo,
kijk
They're wild. I'm in the north, Owens. I'm not
there's
here from the
actually
south.
a brother that work with me, no? Kijk, and then he literally spits when he talks, no? And he stands on top of you.
the fountain.
And then if you step, my bro Kasama went to kak, no? It's
Step
like,
away. Then you step
I
closer.
step 2 steps back, no, you step 2 steps forward, and then you stand on your toes, and you say, yeah,
Yo,
I'm like,
miss.
bro, you just,
I'll
why are you
talk-
doing this?
Talk that way. I can still hear you talk that
Like,
way.
it's either you're gonna supply me with medical aid, Sinjay, or you're gonna supply me with a wiper, Sinjay, or a mask, one of the three, Sinjay. But you're not talking to me until you can communicate effectively. Safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't deal. That's like something that irks me now. Mensen that like have a lot of extra saliva when they
Yeah.
talk. Yo,
Nah, but there's a quick way to like teach them. I mean, like, you try to teach your brother, like, you don't spit when you talk. Then I don't listen. Take him to a nice colored community and let him go talk to the brother on the corner. They'll smack him the force, bro.
you're gonna learn today.
Yeah,
You're gonna
it's like,
learn.
that saliva's coming at
You
you.
know,
Pick
like,
one
you-
way or another.
I
bro.
thought this one was giving real advice without clouding.
serious?
I was ready to like, okay, digest, Sinjay.
Nah, but I mean, my bro.
Well, I
like,
mean, that's true.
valid.
I think
It's very
it's
valid,
I
actually.
agree with that sentiment, Sinjay.
I mean, you think this is kak, like, even my brothers and stuff, no? And I would teach them stuff, like, but in a very weird way. Like, I mean, you're all gonna come across the Tacha stage, Sinjay. So my one brother, he wanted to try it, but he's open to me. So I'm like, okay, try it with your brasse and whatever, but I know you're gonna catch on stupid kak. So they come try it with me one day. And then he tried it with me. And then there was 2 kinders that was with now. They were full in the smokers. This was still in my smoking phase.
That's why they wanted to most now.
Yeah, and then
for
you just
the-
like,
for
no,
the
with the
in.
kinders, you wanna...
Uh,
then I tell the kind, kykie, make us not as a greenie.
But,
After that day, you never smoke that again.
shame.
Yeah, I mean, look.
But I mean, that'll do it to you though.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes,
Because I mean,
bruh.
you feel like you're gonna maningi,
Yeah.
bruh. Yo! You do feel
I've
so.
heard since but
Yeah.
that's the case, yeah. You know, I've never had it.
I mean, I tried the greenie once, then I stopped smoking for like 5 years.
I've never.
And that was grade 8, bro.
I've
And then I
never
didn't smoke
seen
till I was
first
done with
tracks.
matric again. Yeah.
Yo.
Since I
At
so.
least you had a good schooling, like a decent. You know,
Nah, I
you
still
didn't-
failed
You
grade
really-
9. Because I also know, like, Batterboomer was like this, my bro. I was like, did you see Batterboomer back in the day?
Yeah.
No, you see how the fences looked around the school?
Yes.
All the gatten.
Yeah.
And the fence was somehow walked over and kak.
Because
I was
the
like,
men so making a get.
yeah, nah, I think it's like bunking was normal.
Ah,
I was like, you come to school, you have your routine. No? I was like,
Yo,
okay,
bruh.
I come to school, my tiny drop me. And then, okay, it's 8 o'clock school start. I'm going to walk up to the terminus at 8. Then I'm going to get me a chip roll. Then I'm going to go walk around in the mall. Then I'm going to play a bit of pool, the highlight. Okay,
Then my
it's up
uncle
was
know
10.
you.
Huh?
Then my uncle know you.
Yeah,
He
nah.
drive taxi there.
Nah, then you must, seems like. And then, like, when I come 10 o'clock interval, oh, can I go back to school? Then go to your first class.
Yo.
You're talking about bunking there, by our school, and you can ask another.
Mm.
There's 2 ways to bunk, Sinjay.
Mm.
Either you jump over the hick in front,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you saw Queen's Park. Like,
Yeah.
You must know there's that
Mm.
spiky fence. For short people, it's a bit tough.
Mm.
But then there's also the back. At the back, what happened was there wasn't an electric gate. It was one of those swing open gates. So
Okay.
people would use that to climb over.
Mm.
But in the school found a slip. They put in an electric gate, but then they put the battery. They covered the battery with like a metal box.
Yeah.
Nice step to climb over, because
No.
the wall at the back of the school is lower outside, but
Yeah.
it is inside.
Yeah, see, it's like on a slope most.
Sinjay. So you know, we used to bunk. I used to leave, no. Mommy, now you know I told you about my banking, but now you're gonna hear for real. I left school. My parents dropped me at school like 7 o'clock, right? Because my toppie worked in town.
Yeah.
I would then walk down, Sinjay, to the parkers, vang een eentje, go lam there by the stairs, by the avenue, Sinjay, for the Queen's Parkers, you know what I'm talking about, you know? Lam het uit by the stairs, you smoke
Inside
an
stories
eentje. Right,
there,
it's
no?
now 8
Uh-huh.
o'clock, Sinjay. I can hear the bell ringing. I'm like, okay, right, I'm gonna take a walk, so 8:45,
Yeah.
Sinjay. Alright, 8:45, I take a walk up to school, Sinjay. I climb over the fence. I must homeroom. Like, hey, must the no in homeroom? Nah, I was in the toilet. Oh, okay. Did you go to first period? Yes, I did. What was first period? Nah, check my time. It was maths. They go ask the teacher, hey, was Mikael in class? I'm like, I was in class, you just never saw me, Sinjay. So I'm at the back. Oh, okay,
Never
no
saw
problem.
you.
You never saw
Yeah.
me?
Never
Sinjay.
saw you.
But the thing is,
Never
you
saw
must
all
understand,
of this.
you must understand the trip was not like, I wasn't a student that caught on cack in the
Yeah.
sense of like my marks. I was always a top student.
Mm.
But to bunk at Queen's Park was extremely easy because the cameras never worked. And
Yeah.
none of the students knew that. Maybe now it works, but the camera will see a red light, but it never worked. I was in that footage room. That cameras don't work.
But you know, no, like what you're saying, like for you to be still a top achiever, no? And to still catch on kak. I mean, I try to explain it to the lighties nowadays. Like even with me, I was never rude like to teachers and kak because that's most, you know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
brought up in a certain way.
Yeah.
But I'm kak naughty.
Yeah.
Sinjay.
Yeah, that's a difference. Like you get a difference. Like nowadays, especially nowadays, the generation now.
They
No.
confuse the
referring to
two,
you
man.
and
They
to
confuse the
what's
two,
next
yeah.
thing over
It's
there,
like
but
being
it's
rude
like-
isn't cool, man.
But now,
Mm.
back in the day, you were naughty, you caught on kak, yes. But when you saw an old person, whatever, you try and hide the kak that you're catching
Yes.
on. Now the mates don't give a damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Because
now
I
they
think
don't care.
you're still acknowledging, man, that what I'm doing is wrong.
Exactly. You still have
I
a
mean,
conscience.
Yeah, Sinjay.
I think like for my generation, like this is something that I always say. My one high school teacher, shout out Miss Landel, Sinjay. She
Miss
was-
Landel.
You know what I mean?
Whoever that is, yeah,
Um,
what he said.
I said, you know what though? She always told me like I remind her of the brew in the Breakfast Club,
Mm.
Sinjay. So for those who didn't watch, who has no taste in music, not music, movies,
Movies.
and music, because I mean the music's also good in that movie.
Wait, which one are you talking about now?
The
The one with the brille?
Yes, bruh. That bruh was like the rebel, Sinjay.
Yeah.
He was
Mm.
permanent detention, but he was a top student.
Mm.
I was that guy
Mm.
at Queen's Park. Miss Landel told me I am a rebel with a cause.
Mm.
So I was never kak. I never swore at you. I never said you don't die. I was never onbeskof. But I'd walk into class like 5 minutes before the period and sit down for 3 seconds,
Yeah.
unzip my bag, eat a slice of bread, the bell ring, I walk out.
Mm.
But come to exam time, I'm the one that's passing the
Yeah.
best. So I always tell people like you said, being rude isn't cool, Sinjay.
Yeah.
But I also like I was unapologetically gutful of everyone. So
Yeah.
like I wouldn't give a fuck if I will be smoking my auntie. If an old auntie come, I'm gonna smoke because my tani know I smoke.
Mm.
So if my parents encourage it, I mean, till this day, I'm very open about this. Maybe I have a cool mom and a cool dad, but I smoke in front of my parents.
Kijk, with regards to that saying, when an auntie come and you keep smoking, did you never have that phase in your high school career where your pocket is full of eentje gatten?
Yeah.
No?
Never.
I
Have
cut
you
the whole
never-
pocket out.
Nah,
How
because
about that?
like that used to be the thing. Like
You
on
hide
school.
in the inch in
Then
the
I put
pocket,
the inch in my hand and
It was like that.
yeah,
no?
like that.
It's
When
like-
you inch in when you walk and you're just like you're shaking your leg the whole time. Dude, look.
I think I got that in the corridors at school because I used to smoke inches in the school,
Yeah.
like in the school, in the building.
Mm.
Then maybe I got that there. The principal comes in, he's like, Mr. What you doing? I'm like, nah, sir, my leg is itching. Man. He's like, what's that smell? Nah, it's my breath. I was smoking an inch before school. Oh, you were smoking a school uniform? Yes, and so? For my mother, it's fine. She knows I smoke. She didn't give me this inches. I was that guy. But I think, like, talking about school, no, that's nostalgic. But, like, yo, this episode's moving, no?
Yeah.
Quite
What's
fine.
I gonna say? Now, the whole cack thing with me was that on high school, like when I started smoking, I smoked Camel filters.
Oh,
That's
shit.
shank, man, bro.
Started, yeah.
Yo.
And the whole school knew I smoked.
I'm
And-
gonna give you back.
Nah, they knew, Kaki. Here's the funny part, man. They found my tiny so much now. She automatically diverted the school's number to a voicemail. So when they phone, it's always voicemail, bro.
Yo, that's cock smart.
I was like, yo, my tiny's a G.
Top G, bro. That's the best way.
Yeah, like I think that for me also in high school is like when I catch on kak, I'd rather just they fang me na, then I tell you that it was me.
Yeah,
Just like, you know, like
Yeah.
if it calls for you bringing my tiny in, obviously, but I mean, I try to avoid it, man,
Yeah.
because she's also working, you know.
She's busy, man.
Yeah, then I tell them, you deal with me, man, it's fine. You can tell my mommy, but don't let her come in, man.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing was the same. Like, so, like, my topi wouldn't be upset that he had to come to the school. Because I got on kak. He wouldn't be upset with me. He'd be upset that he had to leave work. Then he moved me because he had to leave work because his boss is not taking. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing. So I always said, like, if my parents were to get phone calls from the school, I said, listen, yeah, rather let me lie in the office the whole day till 2:30 since when I'm done school, so then I can go home and then my parents can deal with me at home when they come home from work. Because if they're gonna come here, we're all gonna get gemoed. Me, you, and the principal. You know what I mean? Oh, it's actually mad, no? Talking about school. I wonder if Queensbox still exists. I don't give a fuck.
Probably.
I don't care.
Nah, they're still standing strong. Every time me and Zarina drive past, she say, there's my school, and I say, fuck your school.
Yeah, nah, bruh.
Piece
Yo,
of kak school.
Queenspark was an extremely small
Sorry, guys.
school, bruh. Nah, it is. Look, coming from Queenspark, I think the only quiet thing about it was like, we were only like 400 people in the school, 500 at the time.
Yeah, you were very small.
Very
like,
crack small. Like I remember when I was in matric, we were like 13 matriculants.
Oh,
14
shit, really?
matriculants. And only like 7 of us passed, I think.
He's small, actually.
Crack small, bruh.
Yo, so your pass rate was 50%, literally.
So alignment. So alignment. Seriously. But all I remember from matric is that like, if you bunk, they wouldn't even know you're not there because the class is so empty anyway.
Yeah.
But like we'd go to CAT, Sinjay, and there's like 38 desks, but only 6 of us
Kijk,
learning CAT.
it's quite to talk about going to cat and other means doing cat. No?
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah, moving on.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's mad now. I won't say that I know of it. I've seen that's insane cack there.
Yeah.
Mad
For a
CAT.
week.
It's
No?
intense. Intense.
Ja.
Evil.
Drugs, man.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Don't fuck with drugs. Don't do drugs.
Give
Stay in
out-
school. Don't do drugs.
You know?
You know that.
Yo, remember that? Yo, bro.
I like coming,
I
bro.
like grapes. Where's the grapes, man? Where's the grapes?
Next year, bruh. Next year only.
Yeah, nah,
When
definitely.
the farm
So,
have.
do you have any other questions for us?
You just wanted to know about schooling.
I was
Yeah,
gonna-
that's literally
Is that the one?
that was my thing. Nah, that's I don't know. Like that's I don't know. Like
I
when
thought
I
the script
don't
was
really
in.
plan anything, so I don't plan out what I want to ask as well.
Oh, wait,
But I did ask you a few things in between.
Nah,
You didn't notice,
100%.
Sanjay?
100%. Look, I think today was kak lekker because like we spoke a lot about irrelevant but relevant things, man.
true.
Sinjay. Now we don't mind having a follow-up episode for y'all, Sinjay. If you want Yaya Fredericks back, let us know, Sinjay. Cause
You
know?
said, wait, man. You said there was a story you're gonna tell, man. Now,
Okay.
Oh,
there was
yes.
a story. Story time.
Okay, guys, look
Story
here.
time.
Sorry, time.
This. People, like, just at the end of the day, I don't talk so much about skummeling, man. But this is a
Prime
skummel story that
content.
I'm gonna, yeah, it's prime content because I know a lot of you lie. Sien jy? Dis maar don't skummel. Dit is kak. You fucking lying,
Also
nee.
true.
Yeah,
Also
sien jy?
very true.
You're right there, Imo. Imo struggling, man.
Spider-Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you give it up for the cameraman?
Spider-Man
He
himself.
is Spider-Man himself. You will only notice his hand, but let's talk about the hand story now.
Yeah.
So, like, back in the day, it used to be so hard for people. I mean, the ladies nowadays don't actually appreciate how privileged they are, that you can just pull out your cell phone, type in Pornhub, whatever, and everything is just there for you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to go like through trials and tribulations of stealing your uncle's blower, and you have to collect it like it's fucking Tazos, bro. So I had a spindle of blows that I collected. I either stole from my brasse, my my uncle. Ever since I had a spindle. And you know that time the CDs is kack now. And like the one is scratched. And then you watch and just give that liquor pot. And there's my hack.
Yeah. Skip.
Since then I tried to, fuck it, put in the next one. Now I'm sitting. And the spindle is like, kijk, you're lamming with your fucking ass and then you pluck your spray. Then one day I was just puberty, but with chas, like even. So I'm lamming with my spindle here and I'm just, okay, nah, kak blower. Oh, nah, this one is hacking. And then I'm like, this is the one. This is the one. I'm going to watch this one now.
Now you can go sit.
Now I can sit comfortably.
Busy the whole time.
Yeah, because I'm about the DVD. And then I want to pick up the remote, but I don't still think to myself, look, because I'm focusing here.
You must looking elsewhere.
And then I grab the remote, but then I hear something's moving a bit too funny. I'm like, what clapping here, man? Then I look to my right, and then I see, hey, there's a fucking snake here next to the remote, bro.
Not your snake.
Not my snake again. Like, can you picture me in the heart of Scarp, all these fuck all roads, no? And it's hot in summer. Me jumping up there, with a stable pill, running outside. Yo, bro. Intense. Children appreciate the skummeling.
Yo, Ivo's trying to hold his laugh. It's so hard there, man, bro.
Don't, look here. Zina is haram. Avoid it at all costs.
100%.
Watch porn now, be proud. Trademark.
You know what I mean? Just set your signature there.
Yeah.
So, wait, before we close off, I have
t-shirt.
one last question, Sinja.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
from our interactions, I picked up that you're very similar to you on TikTok and social media, right? Is Yaya Freddy a character, or is that just you?
That's just me. That's me, 100%.
So if someone were to walk up to you and talk to you like we're talking now in front of the camera, you'd probably still talk about skummeling.
Yeah, no. I don't know who you are, bro.
I nailed it. I was like,
Yeah.
that was a matrix questions in
But
there.
kijk, like with that, like the TikTok, whatever people call it persona, this is still me. But this is a part of me that I choose to show you.
Okay.
There is other parts of me like the motivational.
You have more depth.
Yeah, like I don't want to be a motivational speaker on TikTok because at the end of the day, then people say, yeah, but you know what you say. Nah, fuck, I'm gonna talk back to you.
There's too much. Like I was saying to my cousin the other day. I was talking to him and I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna talk about the top G now. For the Android people, if you hate him, then spat. We like top G this side. Anyway, from what people say about him now, they're using content from the past, man.
Yeah.
So for example, if you were to go the motivational, because if you look at all the stuff Tate's doing now, like he's publicizing all his good works. So like Yaya was donating charity, started the orphanage, all that stuff long before before he was top G, before he went popular on social media, but he was known to be this character, top G, misogynistic, you know, da-da-da-da. But that's not actually him, right? So for example, if you were to go the motivational route, people will say, but you know, he's now got 7 million views on telling men how to be better or how to behave in public or, you know, inspiring children to do their schoolwork. But then say, yeah, but here's a video of him talking about skummeling 5 years ago, and then that can instantly just ruin your entire reputation and even end you up in a prison cell, So like, it's important to stick with one type of content, right? Because like for me, looking at our podcast, we've got different dimensions of content, but like this episode, I think was the most gat-fight episode.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct in saying, if I count correctly, this was the most the episode we saw the most on.
Yes.
Even us.
Yes.
So that's a new
We don't usually swear.
We don't usually swear.
I bring the best out
You
of
know?
people.
I've noticed, like, looking at from episode 1 till now, season 1 and episode 1 till now, we've become more comfortable to being ourselves, man. I think that's also important because, like, your content's been the same for the last 3 years. It's always just been you. So when Matani asked me, I told Matani you're going to be on the podcast. So Matani was like, oh, that guy always talks about pill. I'm like, yeah, that guy's just like, yeah, he's freak funny.
How does it feel to be known like that guy?
That guy that talks about pill.
Yeah, it's weird, no? Because like, my bro, if I okay, now here's the thing, like people approach me in public now, a lot of people know who I am. But now, I like the people that when you see me, no, then you talk. But now a lot of people just stare at you, Sinjay. Like, my bro, I come from a background of like, okay, host, oh, you just look at me so. You know what I mean?
You know?
Who you? Like,
Yeah.
But it's funny also because now some people, like now, a paar nights ago, me and Zarina, we just decided to take a walk in Long Street, man. And so we were walking past Bob's, and then someone stopped and said, hey, my bro, you take a skummel? I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to skummel in your friet, you know. Yeah, but that's like, I mean, but I say it in a jokey way, but I mean, it's kind of weird for you to jump out at a person that you don't know.
No, 100%.
You know, and just say, hey, my bro, can I see your pill? I'll put it in your pick.
Or like,
ask a cuck question, you're gonna get a cuck answer, basically. Yeah.
But I mean, I try to make you laugh with the cuck answer still.
Nah, 100%. Like, I think the one thing that I always, because I use one of your TikToks as a sound, man, that don't forget to wash the New Year's Eve one. Now, I was telling someone, I was like, you know what, no, that is, like, I'm like that. I'll tell someone, hey, don't forget to wash. Don't forget to wash your balas. So, if I tell my brasse, I'm like, say, don't forget to wash your balas. That's just how I am. But when I put that on social media, I got so much stick for it, because, like, my content's also, like, predominantly miming. Or, like, lip syncing, but predominantly colored content, man. So it'll always be like the one video of mine that went viral, I got like over 100k views for it. It's an auntie screaming, "Yo, massa poes to a parrot, praat your poes, praat." But then my caption was, when your wife is upset with you because you're having a night out with the boys after spending 7 hours with her. And then she's talking to me now. So everyone asked me, like, I think I got a lot of stick for that, because someone asked me, does your wife actually talk to you like this? And I'm like, nah.
Okay, wait, Owens, you almost married longer than me. You never get boy days, like boy nights, or do you?
Yes, bro.
But you get cut
I
for it
advised
still.
you, like, for example,
My
right?
bro.
Now, today, for example, right? She couldn't be here, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I have a lighty. Lighty's going to make a noise, blah, 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 all of that guy. But so, when I told her, look, we're going to shoot on Saturday. She's like, oh, if you're going to shoot on Saturday, I'm going out on Friday. So I was like, no, okay, fine. Go out on Friday. I don't bother you, nothing. You have your time with your brasse on Friday and whatever, because Saturday is going to be my day.
Yeah.
And I know, okay, I didn't expect now you to bring, company, but I was like, I'm going to lamb with the brasse on Friday, on Saturday, basically, but, I mean, you have to schedule it.
Yeah.
If you're going to have it, you have to plan it beforehand, my bro. You can't just be like,
there's no telling her, now I'm going out later.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Maybe I think just like once in my relationship, I had like a proper boys thing, because it was someone's bachelor party. Okay, besides my bachelor party.
That's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that, eh?
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, our podcast, no, we're doing this and we're filming it, but this is our boy days. That's what we do. And like, I have to at least tell my listen, in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be filming with YASIEN. We're going to either do a vlog this weekend, then we'll maybe just come here and lamb. We don't even game together, Sinja. Because, like, you need to understand that at the end of the day, they want your attention all the time.
Nah, true.
That's all it is.
True.
It's a matter of attention, Sinja. So, when you tell them in advance, there's a fair trade like that. Like in my case, when I go home now tonight, or today, whenever I go home, whatever time it is, then I must be with both my ladies. My mother, she will take a 2-hour bath, and she will make herself something to eat. Not make food for us. She will cook. She will go watch a series. Then I'm with the ladies. And that's my sacrifice I'll make. She doesn't like going out really, because she doesn't feel safe going out without me, because she's accustomed to having a tall person with her all the time.
Yeah.
So now she won't go out. But she would rather have time alone. Or like now, I made a liquor swap. I said to her, okay, let your sister come visit you now, Sinja, to keep you liquor busy. Then I'm going to go out with YASIEN, Sinja. And then after we're done recording, then obviously we'll, I'll be home and we'll spend some time together.
I will tell you this though also. Enjoy married life while you can before you have children.
Yo, me bro.
Yeah.
Make sure you enjoy married life properly and do shit as a married couple before you actually have children. Because once you have a lighty, I promise you, bro, your life, it's not your life anymore.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's not even just that. It's the fact that literally your thought process has changed. I was married for 4 months and we fell pregnant with my first child.
Yeah.
Right? Well,
we just didn't waste time.
This is how it works.
No exit strategy.
I tell the story every time. No? So my mother had a gheid on Eid. Eid was 4 days before. She got a gheid on Eid. 5 days before our wedding, right? And on the day of our wedding, the morning she told me, listen, because we got married like just after the war, she told me the morning, listen, I still have my gheid, so unfortunately, like, we can't, sexy time tonight, As I said, look, it's okay, I understand, we'll have our chance, man. We like the imam's just done. We just done now. Everyone's like, Allah Mubarak, you're married now. Everyone's excited, happy. I'm on the phone with my I'm like, I phone her. She put the phone on speaker. I said, listen, my wife, I'm coming to fetch you now. She's like, well, good news, my gheid is finished. So I'm like, oh yeah. Now I'm on my way through to go fetch her. Right, we do all the festivities because we had like a small wedding because of COVID, man. 4:30 we home. Right. We work it out 3 months later. She told me, listen, I almost didn't get my gheid since we got married. No? I'm like, that's a trip, actually. do you feel different? She's like, I don't like the smell of that food you're making. Said, I'm by my car making fucking lekker burgers, man.
Yeah.
You know, with a pineapple, you know, some evo, you know, lettuce, and all the works. All the works. She told me the smell of that burgers just make me nar.
Yeah.
I say, what the fuck? I
Voila.
found my
I
Tanya. I
like
say,
that voice you done now.
She said,
It's
yeah,
nice.
bro. You know,
Do it again,
the smell of that burgers make me nar.
Nah.
Anyway, right now, I phone. That's me mocking my mochi.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
love
nah,
you, babe.
goes,
Sinjay.
Yeah, if I'm up on Muchi, it's like, YASIEN.
You know? Daarvolgens, I phone my Tanya. I say, Mommy, what's the symptoms of pregnancy? My mother say, look, the first thing is that you can't take the smell of meat. I'm like, bah, we're having a lighty. She say, I'm not pregnant, man. I know my body. I'm like, nah. I'm gonna go get a pregnancy test. I take a trap, yeah, go fetch a pregnancy test. I say, help you on the stick. She's like, no, but one could be a false positive. I read an article. So I'm like, look, we're panicking now, man, because we just got married. We didn't even go on a honeymoon yet. We're planning was now for December that year to go on a honeymoon, a vacation. She's, you know, saved up liquor. We're gonna maybe take a flight when the COVID restrictions lift. Because at that time, it just dropped it to level 4.
Yeah.
So it was out of hard lockdown. So now you could travel around. My bro, I tell him, must be again another stick. 2 sticks pregnant. I say, nah, now we go to the doctor to confirm it. The next time we go to the guy and he's like, yeah, no, you 2 months pregnant. So it came out that we actually fell pregnant with my first lighty on the night of my wedding.
Nah, lekker.
Sinjay.
That's
Anyway,
why.
nah, look, it was
It's
quiet.
potent.
But
That's a bit potent.
what you must understand.
That's no, Kiki, you didn't fuck around.
Nah, wait, it gets
Kiki,
better.
you
Actually,
might-
did
you-
fuck around. Yeah, I fucked around and I found out. Sinjay, you put that graph. Yeah, I fucked around and I found out. The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Yeah.
And then she was 4 months postpartum, Sinjay. It was, we went to go sleep with my mother-in-law during the Puasa, Sinjay. So my mother-in-law encouraged us to spend intimate time together after we were now eating, Sinjay, after Maghrib, Sinjay. Because we have a lighty, we haven't had time to really be alone with each other.
Yeah.
So we now took a bath together. My mother-in-law have my lighty and what. My mother-in-law said, okay, it's fine. We'll make Israel sleep. You go late together. 7 months later, there comes my second daughter. 8 months later. Sinjay. So,
Postpartum, baby.
baby Sinjay. You
Thank
know.
you, mother-in-law.
Nah, so the first child was my parents' fault, Sinjay, because they were very like, you know, you must do it like this and you must do it like that, and you know, try this position for a boy, try that position for a girl.
Yeah.
So all that
Is
advice,
that even real?
apparently, but
Kiki, like, I heard about that, but from How I Met Your Mother. Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now,
Must dip your balls in the ice and lane or
yeah,
something.
and you must have it in this position when the wind is blowing that way,
Yeah.
and you get the moonlight to shine on you and all this stuff.
And then Lily must now learn from the Tanya how to have a girl with a
Yes.
head dryer number. So
What?
now, yes, Fra, you must go. I'll send you that episode. So now the whole trip is like what you were saying, back to what you were saying, like all students to spend enough time doing fun kak with your mochi.
Yeah.
Because the moment that child is born, particularly if it's a daughter, I don't know how it feels to have a son. But from a father's perspective, when you have a daughter, man, bro, your whole mindset changes so much towards your mother, to your sisters, to any woman you interact with, because now you have this daughter, Sinjay. And now you must protect this lady. And you must make sure she's like, you know, sorted. Then they're more obsessed with you than the Tani. Because they're now granddad, daddy, Sinjay.
Yeah.
Especially girls. So it's like, once you have a lighty, then your whole focus shifts, because now you're like, okay, if my children aren't crying, then I can have some peace and quiet. So now my lighties aren't chunking, I'm going to sit on the couch. And I forget about my wife sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous, because we didn't have that fun. Now we have to wait till they're 5, 6 for us to actually
To even have that life.
do couple things with Sinjay, because we can't fly on planes or anything with him now. They're too young, Sinjay.
Yeah.
So I always tell, look, ultimately, I always tell people that get married, okay, enjoy your time with your mochi now. Because when a lighty gets involved, bruh, at least you had some time with your mochi, Sinjay.
Yeah, maybe a bit too much, but I mean, I mean, we married now. End of this year will be 5 years.
5 years, yeah. You got
Come
married
on,
2 years.
5 years. I mean, almost at that milestone, maybe, bro.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's gonna be 10 years, I don't know, but you know,
Okay,
5 years I'll
I
think
promised my wife if we lost 10 years, no,
I'll,
I will remarry her. 'Cause I'm
go
just
do a whole thing again.
Yeah, like propose and
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
I didn't even propose to my mochi.
My mochi
Huh?
proposed to me.
Yeah, I didn't propose to her. I just said, Kaki, we're living together already. I can feel this is too haram.
It's,
I'm gonna go
it's
to your
fitting on
daddy
you
then,
now,
you know what I
basically.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay, now, yeah. On my way.
Go, and the daddy said, yo, obviously, yes, and we've been
Why
waiting.
not? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you, bro.
Alhamdulillah,
You
Sinjay.
know what I mean? Like just, you know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the whole stretch for when we hit 10 years.
That's smart, actually. Ask Kat Amos to do that now, because after the light, you start to have resentment towards your partner.
Huh?
Yeah, when you have a child, you start to have some sort of resentment towards your significant other, because like, Like, I speak this out, like, in a sense of, like, I would get upset when my mochi's, like, not putting my one night to sleep a certain way. Sinja, I'll be like, yo, you dumb. Just do it like this. Or you stupid. Now, you don't want to tell your wife you're stupid.
Oh, no, I actually
but you have moments like that because now you're so quiet that light is cries, making you just here in your brain. Now you someone get upset with your mochi.
But now the thing is, lighties do change the relationship, obviously, because now it's a whole other person. It's a whole other person. So you're balancing, like, for example, for me now, balancing being a husband and being a father and just being me myself.
Yeah.
Hey.
You tend to lose.
Do you know what
yourself
I mean? Otherwise, I'm just a husband or I'm just a father or I'm,
Yeah.
And then it's like, how can I just be me? You know what I mean? That's why it's like having days like this where there's none of that responsibility kind of at the moment. It's good for my mental state. Because now I go back into it, it's like, yo, I missed my lighty, all of that, you know what I mean? And you need that in your life, bro. Yo.
One day when you're big, Sinja, you have a lighty.
Yo, one day when you eat, that's why I said, bro, give it 1-2 years.
Thank you, but the cold weather hasn't been helping, no?
I was gonna mention now. Don't be surprised when this episode is.
I'm still, I don't know, man. It's just like all that years of Kiki. You know what I mean? I was like, I can even try, but in my, like, when it comes to that moment, it's like, I'm too gangster for this.
Not today.
All I know is, Sinja, if I had a choice to plan, Sinja, then I would always, like my mochi, I would always say, look, don't lock your legs. That's it, bro.
Yo, the leg locks, my bro.
That leg lock, you can't escape. You can't escape that. You can't escape it, bro. So if you want the lighty, just tell your mochi to leg lock.
Nah, I wanted to maybe like, but then I thought, nah, man, we actually do want to travel and stuff still. Plus, my mochi works by a company where we get like discount on flights.
Yes, sir.
Like 90%. Sinjai.
We'll chat.
So we wanna fuck up as soon as we can, just like to go and experience a bit.
Yeah, I say travel for about 6 months, different places.
Yeah.
If you can. I mean, if you buy the means to travel, then go for it, maybe.
Yes,
because that's experience you're not gonna. It's not gonna come around as easily again.
Yeah.
Like, I would also like to travel. I can't really now. Even though maybe I might be by the means, but I can't really at the moment because I've got all of this.
You have to think about more than one thing, man. You have to think if we go to this country, will I be able to protect my daughter and my wife the same way I can protect them in South Africa? In a country I don't speak the fucking language. So I always say, like, I want to learn to speak Arabic as a language, not for my religion, but as a language, because I want to go to the Middle East, man. So if someone comes to me, hey, they can't poof me, I'll be like, yeah, I can talk your language in La.
You know what? No, I do firmly believe here in South Africa at the moment. I think we all need to learn to speak either Bangla or Urdu.
Yes.
Taking over.
Nah, because at the end of the day, okay, like,
all the shops are Banglas now.
Speak the home languages of our country, no? Xhosa, Zulu, Sinjai, then Urdu and Bangla.
Yeah.
Because, you know?
And Arabic, like, I was even saying Chinese because if I look at, like, the formation of BRICS, man, Sinjai, I would learn Portuguese, Sinjai, Brazilian Portuguese. I'd learn to speak Russian, Sinjai. Speak either Urdu, Hindi, or Tamil, because that's one of the Indian languages. There's like 700 of them in India.
Urdu is the best one because it's kind of like the base language.
Urdu is kind of the diverse, between
Urdu and Hindi is the two, Sinjai. And then from there I'll go, like, Chinese, Sinjai. And then obviously South
Mandarin.
Africa. You know what I mean?
Damn, it's not so easy just
Japanese is easy. Japanese is easy. It's much easier. Like, I'm learning Japanese now, so it's not that difficult. What the fuck is that?
African, ladies and gentlemen, African.
Wait, we've been talking for an hour and I haven't had a sip of water, me, bro. I'm droog. But before we get carried away, Sinja, we can have a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
But where can the people find you?
Kage, if you're looking for me now, you can just chase me in YNBURG.
Behind with the boomba,
like any other free plek, I'm always by a free plek. But I mean, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I have my own Facebook page. Get them to 10,000 followers, because then I can get monetized. I am monetized now, but it's just for reels, and I'm just for reels. I want to post 30-minute videos.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Post
do the
real content,
yeah,
man. Alright, we'll put all your stuff here in the bio, Sinja. You can find us on our social media. Everything is in the link, Sinja. You know, all the links, all the things.
3.
Before we close with the show, we want to just say shukran, bro.
Shukran for having me. This is my first podcast and I've enjoyed it. Exclusive
on the Opinion 2.0.
You see me here first.
You're first.
You see me here again second.
You know what I mean? We might just, unless Burger gets just at you. You know what I mean?
Bring Burger with.
Burger, wherever you are.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
Burger,
I got some hot sauce for you, kebab.
We'll actually reach out to you. Burger.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like a good idea. So, shukran for coming. We appreciate it. It's been an hour of this kak. Emo's gonna have a good time editing this one, because this is our longest episode we've ever had, Sinjay. So fun times. I'm hoping none of the equipment glitched out. I looked at our audio still running smooth.
No, everything looks good, bro.
Laptop's hot, Sinjay. So short has been a vibe.
Yeah.
For anything that you need from us, if you want to share any feedback with us, you want to share any ideas with us, you want to put some ideas into our
send us common stories and what
anything, random opinion bowls, you can send
shy.
to the email address at the link here at the bottom, theopinion2.0@gmail.com. You can find YASIEN on all the platforms, all the links, Instagram, all the things. My Jacob said, hey,
subscribe to my Patreon account.
You know what I mean? You can find me on Feedfinder.
Just look for #HeriToenail.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you ever need anything from us, please reach out to us. We have a phone number as well, but it will be in the bio. Once again, my bro, it's been a fucking vibe having you here, Sinjay. We will see you in the future one day, and
maybe I'll invite you guys to my podcast.
No, that's the plan. We'll help you set that up, Sinjay. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You know, most
guys, you know about who come on the podcast, and just know who linked me up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we're out here. This is exclusive. Everyone heard that, Sinjay. Unless we get cancelled, we're on Rumble as well. Don't worry, everyone. The Rumble videos will be going up soon. Don't worry. I've got all of them stored. But anyway, from myself, Miki, and my co-host, Yas, we are out. Safety gates!